your leader in sports coverage in Madison County. It's Sports Night from the Richmond Register Sports Department.
Find out the latest Madison County sports information from Richmond Register sports editor Nathan Hutchison, coming up next. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. Mindy Goble for City Commissioner. Madison County Emergency Management. Also brought to you by the City of Richmond Fire Department. Remember, October is Fire Safety Month. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media. Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements.
Well, welcome into Madison County Sports Night Live for Friday, September the 30th, and we're here a little bit earlier than usual on a Friday night. Only had two games, high school football games on a Friday night, and both of them ended pretty quickly. So unfortunately, we had one good, and fortunately, we had one bad. So we'll start off with the good down in Berea, where we were doing our tailgate show from. Madison Central playing host to East Jessamine. Big district game for both these teams. Madison Southern at 0-1 in the district. East Jessamine at 0-2. 5-team district. One team gets left out of the playoffs. So this obviously was a very huge game. And the Eagles came into this with a new quarterback, Ethan Woods. Their guy who started the quarterback all year was not available tonight. And so the Eagles switched things up. Put Jackson Chambers back there and also used Jay-Sean Etheridge in the Wildcat a little bit. And the change certainly prompted a good result. The Eagles 48, East Jessamine nothing. First shutout for the Madison Southern Eagles since September 2nd, 2016. And the most points they'd scored since October 18th, 2019. It was Jay-Sean Etheridge with 2 touchdown runs. Cade Sullivan with 2 touchdown runs. Stephen Whitehead, who was back in the lineup with a touchdown. Braden Kelly with a touchdown, and Juan Rodriguez with a touchdown. 28-0 at halftime, and it was just they just rolled from there as the running clock got going in the second half. So after the game, here was Coach Mark Payne's thoughts on the big victory. Mark Payne at Madison Southern as the Eagles roll with a 48-0 win over East Jessamine, big district victory. Coach, I talked to you yesterday. You said we're going to see a different offense. Obviously, your quarterback, Ethan Woods, wasn't available tonight, and you guys did some different things, and it certainly worked.
Yeah, it gives us a little bit of opportunity to show some different packages. Getting Jay-Sean back there is it's a hard thing to prepare for when teams have to prepare what he can do on the edge. We ran some read option things with him, and then Jackson Chambers, I mean, we thought he could step in and do some things, and he really, shined in the opportunity that he had. But all in all, offense, everybody, looked really good tonight. Felt like, every time someone got their number called, they stepped up to the plate. It was really nice having Stephen Whitehead back on the field. That was big time for us. I know he didn't play a whole lot of offense. He's still trying to get, acclimated back. But he's itching. He's mad that he's not playing as much as he did. But all in all, it's a great team effort.
Yeah, you got a touchdown too. That was awesome. Yeah. Getting back in there. Do you, like I said, you didn't want that information out there that Ethan Woods wouldn't be playing? Do you think it's hard to keep that information under wraps these days. Do you think East Jessamine knew that, or you kind of surprised them a little bit?
I think it caught them off guard because their coaches were talking about it before the game. While I was 14 on the sideline, so it was something that they probably weren't prepared for. But at the same time, Jackson came in and just managed the game brilliantly. And then whenever we gave him a chance, he showed that he can throw deep ball. His great deep ball that he threw to Ethan Moore on the sideline.
Yeah, amazing. First shutout for this team in 6 years. You guys almost had one against Lafayette. They scored late, called a couple of timeouts and punched it in late with the running clock. But you get one here, and just the boys have got to love that big zero up there.
Oh yeah, they were wanting to put 50 on the board, but once again we probably kept some of those guys into the fourth a little longer than we want to, but we're just trying to get them to understand how to play full 4 quarters, because you've seen the past couple of weeks, we get into the second half and we get into the fourth quarter, and for some reason, whether it's we don't have the bodies or we're running out of gas, we just haven't been able to close out games. I know this wasn't a close one, but we're just wanting them to understand how to play 4 quarters.
Yes, and like I said, you guys were 0-1 in the district. They were 0-2 in the district. This was almost kind of an elimination game, and now moving forward, you have the 2 big dogs in Woodford and West Jess, and you guys control your own destiny.
And that's what we've talked about. Let's control what we can control. We kind of put ourselves behind the 8 ball, losing the first game in district. Now we're sitting at 1-1. I'm not sure how Woodford and West Jess went. Last time I heard it was a 1-point game, and we go out and we play 4 quarters against Woodford and West Jess and let the chips fall where they do. And we may be in a 3-way tie for first place in the district. So we'll just have to take it one game at a time and see where it all falls.
All right, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
All right. Well, appreciate Coach's time after the game there, and it was after the first quarter. It was still only 7-0. That was Jay-Sean Etheridge with a 4-yard touchdown run, but then in the second quarter, Juan Rodriguez with a 4-yard touchdown run. Jay-Sean Etheridge then in the Wildcat went around the left end, 55 yards for a touchdown, and then with just 15.3 seconds left before the half, Kate Sullivan scored on a 1-yard touchdown run to put Madison Southern up 28-0 and to put the Eagles in complete control. Third quarter, Stephen Whitehead with a 5-yard touchdown run, and then Kate Sullivan had a 66-yard touchdown run on an interesting sequence where he broke loose for a long touchdown run that was called back by a penalty, and on the next play, he broke loose for an even longer touchdown run after the penalty was assessed. That made it 41-0, and in the fourth quarter, Braden Kelly had a 6-yard touchdown run to round out the scoring. 2-5 on the season for Madison Southern, 1-1 in the district, 0-7 for East Jessamine, 0-3 in the district. But it was definitely a different look on offense, and we had kind of dueling quarterbacks there with Jackson Chambers and Jay-Sean Etheridge. And so I got a chance to talk to both of them and Kate Sullivan after the game. Southern High School, where the Eagles have rolled to a 48-0 win over district rival East Jessamine. Jay-Sean Etheridge, Kate Sullivan, and Jackson Chambers. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Well, guys, big change this week, especially in the offense. You didn't have your quarterback, Ethan Woods, so Jay-Sean and Jackson, you guys had to kind of split the action back there. Jackson, when was the last time you threw a pass in a competitive game?
Besides the spring ball, I'd say, I played some in the plastic at the end of the game, so I'd say then.
Okay. So you played a lot in middle school and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So you're comfortable going back there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got back there and had to get used to it. Nervous a few snaps at the beginning, but once he took that one, H-Ram was good.
Yeah, and Jay-Sean, you've done the Wildcat thing a little bit. You've also played quarterback earlier in the season too, so you're comfortable back there?
Yeah, Coach told me I need to step up. I did that. I'm glad that we got to do that package. There was an EKU here, so I had to show out today.
I always know when the scouts are in. Okay, you had the interception early, and then you had the long touchdown. They called it back, and then on the next play, you just said, "Well, I'll just do it again," right?
Hey, the blocking was great tonight. I like that game, first of all. I think we played as a team tonight.
4 quarters.
Yeah, and you guys all play a little bit on defense as well. I guess you guys don't know yet, the first shutout for the team since 2016. So you guys almost had one against Lafayette. They scored late. So you guys thinking about that with that 0 up there at the end?
Yeah, when number 10 caught that one, I was like, oh, don't let him score.
I got up and I was not letting him get. I was not letting him get in the end zone.
I just said, looks nice.
Yeah, and Kate, you should be on the track team and be a jumper. I mean, we see you jump over people all the time.
They try to go low on me because I'm so tiny. But they don't realize I can jump high. I'll definitely be doing that in the spring.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys. We'll see you next week against Woodford.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate those guys talking to us after the game. Big win for the Eagles. Back in action next week against Woodford County, kind of the top dog over there in that district. Let me check and see if we got a score from tonight. Whoa, yes, Woodford County moves to 6-0 on the season with a 77-35 win on the road over West Jesmond. So that's the challenge that awaits Madison Southern next week. Woodford County has scored 43, 43, 43, 54, 36, and 77 points so far this season. So certainly hope the Eagles can put together a good effort over there next week. The bad news of the night was Madison Central 5-0, coming off an open week, going down to Pikeville to take on last year's Class 1A state champions in the Pikeville Panthers. And this was a battle for a little while, but Pikeville was able to pull out to a 21-7 halftime lead and pulled away for a 50-14 win. First loss of the season for Madison Central. Pikeville goes to 4-2. Pikeville's really been playing well recently. Hammered LCA by 30 points, beat Belfry. Has been really playing well, but Madison Central once again without Jaden West because of a 1-game suspension for 2 unsportsmanlike conducts in the win over Lafayette, and also didn't have Brady Hensley back at running back. We were hoping he might be back. Has an ankle injury and couldn't go tonight. So without 2 big pieces of the offense, really couldn't move it. They had three turnovers, 2 interceptions, and just never really got going. But early on, it was a pick 6 that gave Pikeville a 7-0 lead. Brock Eads had a 1-yard touchdown run midway through the second quarter to pull even at 7-7. But then Wade Hensley had 2 touchdown catches before the half, including one with just 14.7 seconds left before the half. And then in the third quarter, the quarterback Boykin with a 58-yard run. Did get Brian Mathis for Madison Central did get loose for a 64-yard touchdown run to get it to 28-14. But then 2 more touchdowns there in the third quarter. Another in the fourth as Pikeville just pulled away and went on to pick up a 50-14 win. Like I said, Indians at 5-1 on the season. Pikeville at 4-2. Central will be back in action this week, and they'll be back at home. And let me make sure should look these things up before. It's Oldham County, right? Yeah, home next week against Oldham County, the first district matchup of the season. So that's what we got for you. Only the 2 games tonight. Berea was off this week. They'll be back in action next week in their district opener at Kentucky Country Day, which is up in Louisville. So tomorrow, EKU football home against Southern Utah, 6 p.m. I'll call that the Michael Benson Bowl. Michael, former president, EKU president Michael Benson also was at Southern Utah as well. And I do believe the current EKU athletic director also has some connections to Southern Utah. So lots of connections there in case anybody's wondering why the heck they're playing Southern Utah. But it's the first ever meeting between those 2 schools, and first ever time EKU's ever played a team from any team from Utah. So big game for the Colonels, though, 2-2. This is a non-conference game, but coming off a bad loss last week, they really need to get back into the win column. And Southern Utah's is 3-1, got a good team. So it'll be a challenge. And then the Colonels are open next week. And looking ahead, we do have district soccer starting Monday and Tuesday. They go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. It's all on the turf field over at Madison Central. And also Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have Boys State golf as well. But we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that on the Richmond Register Sports Show this weekend. Sunday night, we'll have new Berea College head basketball coach Austin Newton. And 2 or 3 of his players are going to come by and So that'd be great. We love Austin, and he's been a friend for a long time, and he's taken on a new challenge over there, and he's very enthusiastic about it. So we're very happy to have him on the show and have some of his players on there as well.
Yeah, I saw him at the
Got
game
anything
tonight.
else, Randy? What's that?
I saw him at the game tonight.
Oh, okay. So you got anything else? You enjoyed your pizza tonight? We had Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, snappy tomato pizza, man! I love the Hawaiian pizza, dude.
Yeah. We got there. We both got there early for once. Usually it's me who's late, but we both got there a little bit early. So we were hanging out in the parking lot, listening to the radio, and they were playing. Listening to 92.1, the classic rock station I like. And they were playing a ton of Tom Petty. So let's keep playing. We'll go with Tom Petty, and considering Madison Southern won tonight, let's go with Southern accents.
I knew you
Tom
would.
Petty Southern.
I knew you would. Nice.
So have a great weekend, everybody. Millstone Festival tomorrow. Go see Randy.
That's right.
What are you guys doing? What's it called?
We'll be out and about doing interviews. We'll be out between about 11 and 3. Hopefully we'll stay dry. So come by and let us interview you and tell us what you think about it.
Absolutely. I plan on doing it. So
excellent.
Come on by. All right. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you.
Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by Central Kentucky Pressure Washing, Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. Mindy Goble for City Commissioner. Madison County Emergency Management. Also brought to you by the City of Richmond Fire Department. Remember, October is Fire Safety Month. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media.